Hi guys, this is Thomas's number one here, and today I am going to be answering the questions that were left on my Q&A video. As you may all know, my Q&A was supposed to end on June 4th, but things were going on with me on that day, so I apologize for that. But anyways, let's get on to the video. The first question was from Benjamin Barry, and his question is that the Chinese dragon from the Thomas Percy and the Dragon episode? Leave a reptile down below. So, as you may all know, in my Q&A video, Thomas was shown pulling the Chinese dragon, and I'm guessing he preferred if I got the Chinese dragon wooden railway model from the DVD or something else, I don't know. But anyways, no, the Thomas Wooden Railway model Chinese dragon did not come with the DVD. I got it as a birthday present, so I don't know if he was preferring to that or something else, but that doesn't matter now. The next questions come from Croven's Gate Productions, and he gave a total of 10 questions. So his first question is, what is my favorite episode of Thomas and Friends? Thomas and the Circus. His second question is, who is my favorite Diesel? Well, to be honest, Boko. His third question is, favorite season? I would say, season 8 or something like that. His fourth question is, Ari or Bert? I would prefer Bert because he's pretty much the only Thomas character who has a facial hair, because he has a beard, and there are no other characters in Thomas and Friends who has a beard. His fifth question is, Bill or Ben? Well, I don't know. To me, Bill and Ben seem like an equal character to me or something like that. His sixth question is, Donald or Douglas? I would prefer both of them. His seventh question is, Mike, Rex, or Bert? I would prefer Mike because, as you may all know, Enterprising Engine 93, he is best known in the community for voicing Mike in his series and quite a few other Thomas fan series or something like that. Sorry, am I not making sense? His eighth question is, Boko or Edward? Boko. His ninth question is, do you like the Marvel movies? Sadly, no. His final question is, thoughts on Diggs and Discoveries? Well, I haven't seen the episode so far, so I pretty much don't have a clue on what to think about it. The next questions come from Ray Ray's Awesome. His first question is, do you like Nia and Rebecca? I would say yes, on a kind of level, because I just hate the fact that they're replacing Edward and Henry in the STEAM team. So I kind of like Nia and Rebecca, just not as much as everybody thought I was going to think about them being new characters. His second question is thoughts on Big World, Big Adventures. Well, to be honest, I like the movie. Not only does Sam the American Engine is introduced to the Thomas series, but we get to see Thomas traveling throughout the world because he is always saying that he's going to see the world one day, and when Big World, Big Adventures came along, he finally got his wish. So I am pretty proud of Thomas for completing his lifelong goal or something like that. His final question is, do you know who Colin, Lily, and Adam are? If you do, will you make customs of them? Well, if you may not know Colin, Lily, and Adam, they are the Wellsworth and Suttery engines. And yes, I had heard of them. And about me making customs of them, I have no clue if I'm going to make customs of them or not. The next few questions come from Roger Rubinstein, and he asked 5 questions. His first question is, will we find out what happened to Kroven in future episodes? So as you may all know, Kroven is 87546, and as you may have watched my arc about him and Alfred, aka 98462, if you may watched one of my episodes, as you saw in the background, Kroven was being loaded onto a ship, which means he got sent away. So you may wonder, will Kroven ever appear in my series again? To answer that question, he will, but I just don't know when exactly. Roger Rubinstein's second question is, will Timothy's new blue coat of paint actually cause confusion with the other engines, including Splatter and Dodge? It might, but we'll just see what happens in future episodes. His third question is, will Hunter and his friends be getting revenge on Sodor in the future? To be honest, they might, but just like with Kroven, I just don't know when. His fourth question is, will Alfred's ghost return? To be honest, no. Alfred will never make another appearance in my series again. And Roger's final question is, are Nia and Rebecca going to be in my series? Yes, they will. I just need to find the correct models to make them. And so that's pretty much it on Roger Rubinstein's questions. The next question comes from Railway Ratshad. His question is, will 16 learn his lesson and stay on Sodor? To be honest, no. He's still pretty much a villain in my series. The next question is, when is Daniel and Charleston are coming into my series? Well, I just don't know when. It just depends on the episode that they're going to appear in. So yes, Charleston and Daniel will appear in my series. In case you don't know who Charleston and Daniel are, they are original characters, and I don't know who made them, but they are E2 tank engines, just like Thomas and Timothy. Charleston is pretty much evil, and Daniel, not so much. The next question comes from Trainboy22. His question is, what was my first ever Thomas item? Well, it was Duncan, because Duncan was pretty much my first Thomas Wayne Railway item I ever got as a child. And I think I got him in a DVD pack. And trust me, I played with him so much, his model was starting to fall apart, and my parents had no other choice but to throw it away. And I don't really blame them for that. The next questions come from a YouTuber named William Pulver Mavell or something like that. His two questions are, what custom characters am I going to make in the future? Well, first I'm going to be making Nia, Rebecca, possibly Bo from Big World, Big Adventures, the movie. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh wait, there's other characters too. I'm going to be making the Slender Engine, possibly Raoul from Thomas and Friends, The Great Race, and also the current season. And other disabled characters, like there are some characters are going to be named after my friends from the school I go to. And also, I'm going to be making the off colors from Steven Universe. And they are Rhodonite, Floronite, Rutile Twins, and Paparacha. And Rhodonite is my favorite character out of the Off Colors group, and she is going to be the love interest for Theo. And the next question William Mavell asked is, have you heard a show similar to Thomas and Friends and Tugs called Theodore Tugboat? Yes, I had heard Theodore Tugboat, and I had some merchandise from the show, and they are Brio items, and I got Theodore, Emily, Hank, and Chester, and so that's pretty much it on my Q&A answers video. This is Thomas's number one signing out, saying goodbye, and thank you all for watching.